the last 2 months of trading. Well, Latin America's largest economy is showing signs of a slowdown in its services sector. HSBC's Business Activity Index for Brazil showed that last month the sector fell all the way down to 49.7 from 54.4 in April. That's the first decline since July of 2009, and that puts that below the 50 mark that separates growth from contraction. Is this another worrying sign for the country's economy? Joining me to discuss this and a lot more is Dorothea Werneck. She's the chairwoman at CEMIG, one of the largest utility companies in Brazil. She joins us from our New York operation. This is difficult to watch. You see a very promising economy slowing down quite radically. Before we get into your specific expansion plans for the utility group, how concerned are you that Brazil can maintain what the finance minister, Mr. Manteiga, was suggesting would be almost 4% growth in 2012? It doesn't look like it right now.
Yeah, but for us it was not a surprise. Even for the government or for the analysts in the market, everyone would say that for the first semester the growth would be quite low, but our expectation is the second semester to regain the strength we used to have. So it's under our expectation. No problem at all. It's a transition. As we know, no way an economy can be left aside of the international crisis, so we have to deal with that, and we're expecting better growth in the second semester.
You in fact, expect consumption to grow about 4.5% a year, better than 50% over the next decade. As you know, this requires investment. One of the reasons you're in New York right now. Are people getting concerned about the BRIC economies and the ability to want to tap into that and put infrastructure funds forward if there's going to be quite a long period of slower growth?
Yeah. Yes, you were right in terms of BRICS. Even China is showing some slowdown results. But I can assure you the Brazilian economy has at its side this growing of the domestic market, which is quite huge in the last 8-10 years. And now some measures have been taken to increase the domestic consumption, especially in the area of credits. What is going on now is that since there is this expectation of diminishing interest rate, I think that most people is just waiting to see where it's going on. It's much better to wait a little bit more to see what the interest rate is going, and then to have a new credits for consumption or for investment. But in the investment side, yes, we have a lot of expectations on infrastructure, but also, as everyone knows, last year we were the second country in attracting direct investment. So we do believe that for this year it could be not so huge as last year, which was $6-7 billion, but it still be a large volume of direct for investments.
We had somewhat of a shock for South Africa when they held the World Cup. Everything went smoothly from a security standpoint. The matches were phenomenal, but they had problems with the infrastructure, as you know, and even power generation during that lead-up and during the World Cup. Is Brazil going to have any sort of challenge now with its infrastructure? It's got the hosting of the World Cup, and it also has the Olympics. It's a huge challenge for this emerging market economy.
Yeah, many people is just worried if we are going to finish all the rebuilding of our arenas at the due time. But I can assure you that, yes, we can do that. The investments are going on. Actually, you are investing in 12 different cities, and it will be sufficient to have 8 of them ready for the World Cup. And besides that, to have the Olympics Games. So it's a lot of investment focusing on that 2 big events we are going to have in Brazil. So there is some worry, I have to agree with you, but we are on the schedule, and I don't think this is going to have any problem. For energy, I must assure you and everyone that there is not going to have any problem supplying of energy for the World Cup.
Okay. Good to have you on the Global Exchange as you visit New York on the fundraising drive. Dorothea Werneck is the chairman, once again, of CEMIG, the largest utility company in the very large economy in Latin America, Brazil.